Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And on this episode, God, it's been a while since we did a movie commentary. But, yep, we're going to be doing a movie commentary over Digital Monster X Evolution. Or, for those of you that are, in America, Digimon the fourth movie.
The fourth.
Yeah, because you have our War Game, which is a compilation of the first 2.5 movies for Digimon. Then you get the Adventure 02 movie, which is where Diaboromon returns and becomes a Pokemon. Then you have the Tamers movie, which is about Grand Locomon and Rika's dad. And then you get this movie, which is not connected to Frontier, although Frontier does have its own movie.
Wonderful. So
this movie was specifically made in order to advertise the next evolution of the VPET, specifically the X antivirus. The X antibody that was coming around as the next major expansion of the lore and world building for Digimon at the time. It has a video game that is only barely connected to it. It got an entire card series dedicated to it that we never saw, and it has a brand new flagship character that will be following throughout the entire movie that has only ever appeared in the materials that are related to this movie, and technically as sideline appearances in various other Digimon games. I am a huge Digimon fanboy, as you can probably tell, because I'm gushing about a lot of the trivia.
And you picked a Digimon movie for the commentaries.
And I did pick a Digimon movie. The reason why we're not doing our War Game is because our War Game's original English dub is fucking terrible. And
that felt like it makes it sound like a missed opportunity.
Look, our War Game is a very fun watch for the '90s kid in all of us. It very much is. That doesn't mean it's a good fucking story.
Oh, but terrible English dub sounds fascinating.
It's not that it's a terrible English dub. It's that it's a terrible reproduction of 2.5 movies. But yeah, that's why we're not doing the first one. I honestly don't have all that many memories of the Adventure 02 movie or the Tamers movie. I really like Tamers though. Tamers is an awesome season. So. We are starting at the 7:01 timer for those of you that actually have pirated copies of this, because you do not have a physical copy of this movie. It doesn't fucking exist. This movie appeared exactly once or twice on Cartoon Network during the waning days of Toonami, and it was never shown in America fucking again. Which is why the quality on this recording is absolute trash. Despite the fact that it says it's 720p, it's going to look like it's 480p for most of the fucking movie. And I'm sorry about that, Mr. Cloud, but it's because this movie was released in like 2000... I'm going to say 2000X, because I don't actually know what the release date for this was. I assume like 2005, 2006.
Well, I appreciate you prefacing this whole thing that this is literally the only way we could watch this movie. Is like you can't
there are no
buy
physical
this
copies
movie, you can't trade for this movie. This movie might as well not even exist, except for the fact that you can get it off the internet if you know where to look.
Yes.
The slideshow is gonna look a little cruddy. Wink and thumbs up. Well, I'd say let's give this a shot. I keep an open mind. I mean, I asked for a basic rundown on the plot. I say, okay, I think I just about got the gist of that.
All right. So, are we ready, Mr. Cloud?
We're as ready as we're going to be.
All right. 3, 2, 1, press play.
Thunder and lightning.
This is our primary protagonist. His name is Dorumon. He will get introduced properly later. And despite the low quality, I absolutely love how the fact that this entire movie is in CG, and it actually looks really good CG for the most part.
Yeah, I like the smoothness and the shininess, because this is taking place at night during a storm. The lights are low.
Which according to Godzilla means we're not supposed to be able to see any fucking thing. I hate how a bunch of action movies, especially between 2000 and 2009, were in dark rain settings. Matrix did it too, but at least Matrix was lit.
Mr. Science.
Hey, Leomon.
Pew 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 pew. But my fist can punch 1,000 times. One for every bullet.
But seriously, a lot of the CG animation in this movie is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks really smooth. Honestly, it reminds me of something I would see on Cartoon Network.
Did Code Lyoko get a movie? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure Code Lyoko got a movie, yeah.
Okay.
Code Geass. Evangelion. Trinity Blood. That was on Adult Swim. Because it was very, very violent.
Well, they also put Hellsing on Adult Swim, so.
Yeah, they did. I'm not sure if they ever got
and just like every other appearance
on.
of Leomon ever, this Leomon is dying. So, what is being poorly explained is happening right now is the fact that the X antibody, or rather the X virus, as it is commonly known in the digital world, is spreading like a plague throughout the entirety of the world, and no one knows what the fuck is going on as to how it started, or this will get slightly explained later by an NPC conversation. But yeah, no one knows where the X virus came from, or how the fuck it's spreading so fast. But as one of our NPCs will explain, it's not exterminating everything, just most things.
Hashtag Wolfpack Productions.
But see, it's super pretty and vibrant, and there's a river, and it looks like you could go into that river, Mr. Cloud.
However,
I'll admit the Mushroomon being too shiny is a bit glaring, but I'm okay with that.
So the music definitely suggests, in addition to the theming and the world setting, that there's some kind of apocalypse virus on the loose. And now we're being attacked by mushrooms. Things kind of suck right now.
Yeah, Dorumon is discriminated against because he was actually natively created with the X antibody. As the stone on his head is the strange stone on his head is a constant reminder of.
Ding, 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 ding. Dear God. The 75-minute romp is already starting off with the right questions. Why are you here, Dorumon? Why does everybody want to throw stuff at you instead of wanting you?
Dorumon actually has. It's really strange for this particular incarnation of the Digimon world. Hey, Dukemon. Hey, Omegamon.
Huh, Hig Drizzle.
I'm referring to them as Dukemon and Omegamon because that's their names in this movie, but that is their Japanese names. English viewers may actually recognize them as Gallantmon and Omnimon.
Dukemon. Dukemon. Alright, so while we... Them and us. Right. So the premise I register so far as I had anticipated is rather simple. There's us, and there's them. Or is there? Nikes. How old was I when I saw my first Digimon movie all the way through? with that one line that I really liked that made me laugh repeatedly. Uh, I was probably about 10 or 11 at the time, and Pokemon already had my bacon, but Digimon, well, it had me chuckling when the main character was trying to call, and there were still operators, and the operator couldn't get the call through no matter how many times he tried. So the operator finally had enough, and he said, "Didn't you hear me? The line is busy."
That was from our war game.
Classic. And that's about it. My exposure to Digimon has been basically nil. Except through my friends. Oh, what a cute little baby.
That's a Tokomon. So, those of you that are familiar with War Greymon may be wondering why the hell War Greymon's got Wolverine claws. This is War Greymon X, and yes, Digimon that have been altered by the X antibody specifically are different species than their normal counterparts.
Oh. But we already knew that. And now more Digimon know that.
The readers and watchers knew that. These guys did not.
That the X antibody is spreading faster than we had anticipated. And if nothing is done, the X program will take over the world.
Fuck you, Andromon.
How could you, Andromon? We're trying to unite everybody against Yggdrasil. Oh my goodness. Who is that over the cliff?
Hey, Omnimon.
It is I, Omnimon. Protector of you weak little punies.
An executor of Yggdrasil's will. Whoosh!
But the attack was very effective and continued on to its target on the path.
Yes, it did. For the record, this is not how Guru Cannon normally works.
Working like laser beam that cuts through things. Hashtag great spirit.
Poor Garudamon.
He lost his arm. It caused no harm. Slow motion expose.
The Transcendent Sword.
Run for your life, cliche.
And for the record, no, War Greymon does not usually have the ability to throw his claws out as projectiles.
And they all died immediately.
No. War Greymon's fast enough to dodge such an attack. I mean, Andromon's toast, but he deserved it, fucker.
I was the funny guy.
Well, he was the smart backstabbing guy, rather.
How many more will fall to Omnivon's Omni-Cannon?
Garuru Cannon, but yes.
Rising Stardust in triplets.
Ouch!
Cough,
The
cough.
flower was crushed by the rock.
Brushes dust off.
Hey, Dorumon, you're back in the story now.
Hey. See? Now you are needed, Dorumon. Go help your Digimon fellows. They are getting their asses kicked.
I'm just a rookie Digimon, though. I can't do anything against fucking Omnimon.
Oh, did the baby land over here?
Yup, yup.
Hey, but he's still alive. That's cute.
Whoosh. Hey, Tokamon.
We have even more friends. I am almost dead. How does he know? Oh, because of the stone on his forehead. That's why.
Yep. Most Digimon that have the X antibody get either their species name changed or an X-like pattern somewhere on their body.
Well, actually, I didn't realize that he had the X antibody.
Well, I did tell you that he had the X antibody.
Well, yeah, but did anybody throw rocks at him because he had the X antibody? You freak.
It's why Andromon and Blossomon reported it to Yggdrasil.
You're a freaky Digimon.
I don't know. It wants to eat me.
Huh. Compulsory evacuation device. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Damn it, Omnimon! There's a temple here. Technically, no. Actually, Wargreymon is not actually a royal knight. Omnimon is, but Wargreymon technically is not. Neither is one of our next major sacrifices that we're going to meet. But their spots get taken up after this point by, I think canonly it's Craniumon and Mercurymon. It's probably not Mercurymon, honestly, but I know Craniumon ends up taking one of their spots.
Tsunami storm. Hashtag.
But seriously, look how fucking pretty this shit is.
I mean, maybe for the original release, I can see the individual strands of water that are rising towards the aquatic miasma. Poseidon force.
Yes, I like making laser noises.
And water park splashing effects to indicate that the attack was negated.
But seriously, a good portion of this movie is honestly just very clever visual representation.
Visuals and cool battles, yeah. Pokemon the first movie was
not so much cool
similar.
battles, but not cool battles, to be perfectly honest. We don't Omnimon like shits on fucking everyone in this movie. Commercial break.
I'm sorry. Let us go to a brief intermission brought to you by our sponsors. Now back to the action. Really? They'll actually time commercial breaks during a movie?
Yes.
by including breaks cues inside the movie itself?
For the record, that's how anime. That's very much how anime was doing commercial breaks in the 2000s.
Well, yeah, but for the shows, for TV episodes. Although I'm told that 22 minutes is about the number of minutes you need for a video.
And yes, Magnamon is in fact a royal knight. There's a bit of dispute in the Digimon community as to whether or not Magnamon does count as a royal knight, but here he most certainly is. And here is our next major sacrifice character, Metal Garurumon X.
Because he has the X antibody, so he has at least a chance.
Well, to be perfectly honest, the X antibody screws over a Metal Garurumon way more than it does most other Digimon. Because if you recall from the... Well, actually, you did see our war game all the way through, right?
Well, yeah, it's not like I fucking remember anything that happened.
Well, Metal Garurumon is usually a quadruped, and now he's a biped.
Gotcha. So he lost 2 of his legs.
He didn't lose 2 of his legs; they just became more armored. Yeah, Metal Garurumon is very torn because he and War Greymon X in this continuity specifically used to be Royal Knights, but when they got infected with the X antibody, Omnimon and Yggdrasil kicked them out. It's why the Royal Knights are effectively 3.5 members during this movie.
Come, my fluffy companion.
I don't think Tokamon technically has fur.
Or Puffy.
Puffy, certainly. I mean, Patamon certainly has fur, but... Tokamon is so very cute.
Dormon and Tokamon are watching the Lion King wildebeest descend from a safe distance.
And they're being exterminated by Omnimon.
But then Project X went off without a hitch and annihilated the lambs, who were simply enjoying the facts of their own existences.
Yeah, Omnimon shot through 2 different mountain ranges to exterminate that group of Digimon. And for the record, there are implied to be more than 100 Tyrannomon, Monochromon, and Petramon that he just fucking wiped.
Yeah, I can see why this movie
Also,
would bear a
Triceramon.
PG rating in a North American release. Stomp.
And he even grinds his heel into the Triceramon.
And he doesn't take the horn. Like, what the fuck was the point of that? Oh, so he was on point looking for Doraemon.
No, he's not looking for Doraemon. This is just another phase of a Project Arc. He's able to sense Dorumon because, you know, Dorumon not only has the X antibody, but he does have a power, so to speak. Ouch!
Yes, and the first
Ouch!
boss in Mega Man X also beat the shit out of you in order to make you feel helpless.
Whoosh! Ouch!
Evil Puff. And with my strength... Oh, no. He got knocked away again. All right. Nope.
I laugh. I laugh because I also know it is futile, and I honestly think it's actually rather adorable that Tokamon wants to protect Dorumon here. But this is honestly this. If I were like a full 10 years younger, I would really emotionally resonate with this scene.
See if it was
The correct way, as opposed to the humorous way.
well, yeah, because we actually spent time with Doraemon, not the 1,000 nameless, beasts that just got annihilated in one shot. Or the last nameless one that got crushed underfoot with great, vivid detail. And X has finally arrived. Da, 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 da.
And that's what finally breaks Metal Garurumon X.
He's coming in fast. Guru Tomahawk.
Please note that this version of Metal Garurumon actually has multiple lasers, a minigun, and a full spread of Macross missile waltzes, and he can't even land a single shot on Omnimon.
Well, one thing that has been consistent is that Omnimon is omnipowerful.
He's not omnipowerful for the
Omnipotent.
record. That's supposed to be Yggdrasil, but he's the equivalent of omnipowerful.
He will get hit when the plot says he gets hit. Which is not quite yet. Cositis breath.
Cocutus, but yes.
Yeah. As in frozen breath. Not bad.
It's a moonblade.
And then he brandishes his sword. Grey Swordu.
And so, as I have already spoiled,
The whole damn waste.
come on. I will admit this movie is slightly slow. But that's okay because we have moments like these in
No,
it.
I don't think you can count a 75-minute movie as pretty slow. It has a very particular pacing obligation.
It really wants to show off how awesome the CGI looks. And the CGI does look awesome.
Well, yes, I do agree that this is rather familiar.
Yeah. We end up using this scene so many goddamn times in this movie, though.
Now I know it was made with CGI budget. Because CGI is expensive.
Collapse.
Well, he did say he was going to die soon, and, well, now he's dead.
So are you ready for a mostly unique form for Doraemon to take?
Gohan has achieved Super Saiyan 2.
This is more along the lines of Super Saiyan 1, but yeah.
Stop it. That's enough. Yay.
Dorugamon.
He has big poofy wings.
Yes.
Hashtag power metal. I mean, we get that.
And so Tokomon has become Tokomon X.
That we brought him back with the X antibody virus. Antibody. Yep. Right, we have successfully resurrected Puffball with the X virus. However, the Royal Knights and Omnimon are quite displeased.
Well, Omnimon is quite displeased.
And when I get over there...
Hey, Dukemon. For the record, Omnimon is actually much more powerful than Dukemon. Hence why he's going to reason with him instead.
It does seem like a bit of a departure from what was an escalation, because nothing happened after all that transformation. I guess they're saving it for later.
Kinda.
But stop. We have exposition. Yes, and then Drizzle's answer will pass the scripted window in order to set up the next checkpoint and save room / merchant.
So yeah, Yggdrasil's plan for this movie and for this expansion is to in fact do global genocide.
And we get this point across not by having Yggdrasil explain it himself, but by having his envoy arrive in the middle of a fight, halt everything, and dump paragraphs upon us.
Yeah. I didn't say the story in this movie was good.
Well,
I
no,
said I
mean,
enjoyed this movie.
I'm not saying. I'm just laughing that finally it catches up to us that this is a Digimon movie. Well, I do admit that these lengthy dialogues do give time for us to have a good look at our hovering companions here. While we're just kind of flying and doing the Lugia thing over the water. Swing. I will fetch my lance.
Well, I will summon my lance,
I
rather.
will Accio my lance.
And so they go off to have a battle in a different part of the map for some reason.
Yeah, and I
come
was
on, I'm not
waiting
that
for you
late.
to come on. I cannot permit you to speak any more French to me. En garde, God damn it. Well, yes.
And yes, they have a Dragon Ball Z fight behind the clouds.
Well, I mean, I do agree that...
With Omnimon as the victor, because Omnimon shits on everyone in this movie.
I mean, I do agree that D-7 going into a fallen fifth is, well, rather dramatic, but we could see coming that, except for the part that was absurdly brief. Although I do admit being turned into Matrix code and annihilated from existence with a sword impale is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not how the previous iterations of Digimon worked, mind you, but it works.
Now it is time to begin your training, fat flying fucking thing you have become, you. Dialogue is now complete.
Whoosh!
I do kind of like this environment we're in. This. Oh,
We'll be back there.
and now we are in Sandy Temple setting. Feeling a bit
Yep,
despondent.
we have returned to our sleepy temple.
We cannot hide from ourselves that we need to lift. There's my little zombie puff.
Oh, shit, man!
Nobody touches my zombie puff. Damn it. You can't stop the metal. The metal will break free.
So yeah, Magnamon and Omnimon are very explicitly zealots of a religion that they don't really understand.
I don't understand it. So they were infecting everybody with the X antibody.
They no. They did not infect everyone with the X virus. The X virus was released explicitly by Yggdrasil.
Soon the entire network will be full of spam pop-ups, overlapping boxes. Just enough so that you can attend to each individual window, but you'll never get to them all because they'll never stop coming. That's what he looks like, kind of.
For the record, this is kind of a retcon that for Dorumon that doesn't really make sense in this movie. Apparently, Dorumon was created by Yggdrasil. I mean, that's definitely how a majority of Digimon were created, certainly. But specifically as an experiment. So technically, the X antibody, the X antibody was a thing that Yggdrasil made on accident, which is really weird when you remember that Yggdrasil is a computer. It's not supposed to be able to do things on accident.
One day they will have secrets. One day they will have dreams. Random sequences of code.
For the record, this round table is in fact supposed to be the meeting room for the Royal Knights.
There'll always be ghosts in the machines.
I don't know who Mordred is supposed to be, though. I mean, Lancelot is definitely supposed to be Omnimon, but
Well, this is not conducive to good interrogative dialogue.
Well, Tokumon is just an infant. It doesn't know how to do anything more than give general concepts.
So the only reason why he has screen time is because he is still rather cute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's party time in the desert. Alright.
Well, the junkyard. Hey, Mummymon.
Makes one feel like
hey,
having
Wizardmon.
a little Kool-Aid. You know, this heat can bring on a sweat for Dell's lemonade. Or even have you run for some Tropicana orange juice. On the subject of CGI,
This is actually the first time we've ever seen Wizardmon's mouth.
I think I'm beginning to understand why the characters' lips don't move all that often on screen, is they look fucking terrible at times.
Terrifying, rather.
Yes.
I actually think that the lip syncing is actually really good, but the animation itself is very scary.
See, I feel it reminds me of one of those old night terrors I used to have when I was a kid. Like, dear God, if this is the last thing I see before I go to bed, they're gonna come and get me. Again, this is a little very PG. I would definitely anticipate seeing that PGV notation in the corner. That's PG for violence for those of us who did not grow up on TV.
The Royal Knights are gonna find you anyway. You're part of a Digimon movie where they're the primary antagonist, Mummymon. Yes, the world is being slowly eradicated by its creator deity.
These are the ways we're giving. Use them and let stars shine to make this a place worth living in. There are fields, Neo. Thousands of fields where Digimon are not born. They are downloaded.
Effectively, yeah. Especially because this is what they look like when they hatch. Fucking ultimate level cheating bastards.
So I see that Mewtwo has never quite stopped his cloning facility.
Mm.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him! Make him die! Yeah! Run faster. We'll never get to the killing if we don't get there on time. Okay, so now I think I've arrived at a point where I have officially lost track of what is going on.
Okay, so you recalled that Omnimon picked up Dorugamon and brought it back to Yggdrasil, right?
Yeah, sure.
This is why Yggdrasil wanted Dorugamon, so he could spawn an infinite number of Dex Doruga Greymon. Yes, that is this ultimate level Digimon's fucking name. Dex Doruga Greymon.
Dex Doruga Greymon, and there's hundreds of thousands of them. Hashtag
Yes.
Top Gun.
Also, they're some of the most powerful Ultimate Digimon that we have ever seen, as they are able to tank Ultimate level attacks without damage. So, yeah. We have a secret platform in this cave system somehow. Wizardmon, he has not spoken to you. He's not really a friend.
Sure.
Slowly walk.
Laser cannon defense. But it is ineffective. For the birds are
very ineffective.
They are coming in by the fucking droves.
Welcome back, War Greymon.
Metal.
And Metal Garurumon.
Metal go, metal go, metal go. Stinger missile attack.
Well, it's more or less the drunken missile launcher from Hexen, but yeah.
The drunken missile launcher.
At least I think it was Hexen that had the drunken missile launcher. Maybe it was Heretic.
Terribly inaccurate, terribly powerful.
Yup. So yes, Metal Greymon X is still alive some fucking how. This never gets explained. Not that it's important, because honestly, Metal Garurumon X is just here to buy us a little bit of time. And to show off that Metal Garurumon X is cool looking.
I mean, I wouldn't go in there. That's where all the dragons went. Hashtag Osiris breath.
Cocutus.
I'll just have to
bye, Sylphimon.
Just have to take my stupid chicken legs elsewhere.
Yeah, that's the last time we get to see Metal Garurumon X in combat.
Okay. Then meanwhile, Dorumon.
We are attempting to escape through the cave system.
Oh, the irony. We're all stuck together. And boy, do I have a bone to pick with you, Shrooms. You like throwing things at me, huh? Yeah, I like throwing things at you. Smack. Suddenly I'm reminded of the intro to Mario Kart 64, which also used a MIDI piano.
And retreat!
It's not working!
They have enough of them. Yeah, they have enough of them to just where they do not... well, they're very mindless, honestly, the Dex Doruga Greymon. They are very mindless. They have exactly one goal, and that is the eradication and feasting upon all of their Digimon.
That is a big lake that wasn't here before.
It kind of was. We just didn't see it. See?
They're nesting. They're feeding. Keep running, mushrooms. We're almost there. Mushroom on. Stupid little Goombas.
They noticed us. I kind of like the design of Dex Daruga Greymon, but I cannot fucking pronounce it for the life of me.
I'm gonna do something really stupid. I'm gonna get all those bats into a follow me with a nosedive and a triple
Whoosh.
Lindy.
I do like this incarnation of War Greymon X specifically because he has the ability to draw on any element in order to form Terra Force, as opposed to just native life energy.
Ah,
See, we made it.
witch's wand is too bright.
It is. They was friends before this movie.
Yeah, that's another unfortunate drawback of these 75-minute pictures where people come in without having been exposed to the lore before. Is things like that
Oh,
would
no.
definitely
There
fly
is
over
no
our
lore
heads.
between Wizardmon and Mummymon. There is implied lore, but there is no actual lore there.
I died in the crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you? Because that definitely didn't happen until I just told you just now. We have wounded.
Sylphimon and Apemon.
Don't
How the fuck
shoot.
did Apemon get out? How the fuck did Apemon survive the encounter with Omnimon? Is what I want to know.
I guess Omnimon is not omnipotent.
Well, he's effectively omnipotent. He's not actually omnipotent, but he's effectively omnipotent.
Come on, guys. If we all put our stupid mushroom bodies together at this, we can do. Oh God, we're being attacked.
Yup.
We gotta at least give them a chance. There's just no time.
I don't know. It looks like there's definitely some amount of time because it takes him fucking forever to fly through this cave system somehow.
Maybe.
And now we're just gonna explode the cave system in an effort to block out the Dex Daruga Greymon.
Looks like it's time to run.
Time to hide. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side.
I found an island in your arms, country in your eyes, arms of trainers, eyes that lie.
Break on through to the other side.
See, that was again, all that action just kind of just built up into another brick wall of exposition.
Yay! It worked.
A little muted in translation. I need a little more bang at the end of my crescendo.
Yeah, unfortunately, your crescendos are not going to have the surprising action beats that you want them to in this movie.
Like that one parody of dubstep.
We have effectively two good fights in this movie, and we've already watched one of them.
We love rising bass, but disappointing drops. We love rising bass, but disappointing drops.
And swap.
Hashtag Thundercloud.
Don't worry, Tokomon. It is not your job to fight these guys.
Please.
For the record, it's also not Wizardmon's job to fight these guys, but...
Everybody, please stop fighting. There's got to be another way.
And... will he get him, Mr. Cloud?
Well, he better.
He did not.
I've seen a lot of tries and no successes. Of course, because these things are derived from Dorumon. They are quite powerful.
Yes, they are. We're just going to take a moment here to talk about the fact that you survived. We're not going to explain how you survived, mind you. We're just going to talk about it for a moment.
Hey, man. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I love you, man. That's definitely like a Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly thing that would happen out of Step Brothers. Hashtag Poseidon Force.
I forget what Mummymon's laser attack is, specifically because normal Mummymon does not actually get the laser cannon. I don't know if that's attributed specifically to Mummymon X. I don't think it is. I think it's specifically attributed from the O2 rendition of Mummymon, who has the laser cannon simply because, well, it makes more sense with his design. But I survive, you survive. It's a good day.
See, you brought me back to life. Now it's time for me to bring you back to life, buddy. We can just do that in this lore.
Technically, Metal Garurumon brought Tokomon back to life. And of course, now we have our brief moment of expressing how brutal this shit is.
We need medics!
This is the Super Saiyan 2 moment for Gohan.
Oh, yeah, you're right, saying that's enough. After all the time we've spent just trying to hit these things, he does it in one show.
With the exception of, well, twist ending. This is Daruga Greymon. This is Dorumon. This is Dorumon's technical ultimate level. It's not his actual ultimate level, mind you. It's his technical one for this movie. And the whole reason why everyone is flipping out is because he looks almost exactly like Dex Daruga Greymon, and that is on purpose.
There's no telling about it. This blade on my nose has got to be at least 14 inches in length.
I think it's closer to 10. I mean, I don't actually know what the canon height for Omnimon is, but I think that his horn and Daruga Greymon's horn are effectively the same length. Mostly because a lot of Digimon that have frontal horns tend to have the same length on their frontal horns. I think the only major exception to that is the Digivolution line for it's not Ultimon. It's one of the other no, it's Cressagarurumon. Yeah, is it Cressagarurumon? It's in the damn TCG that I can't remember what its name is. Suffice it to say they're based on swords. So their nose horns get to be longer.
Mine.
That's effectively what's happening here. But Dorumon still understands what the fuck's going on. So he is actually attacking. Well,
I can't hear myself think above all this chatter.
Yeah, the screeching of the Dex Daruga Greymon is a bit loud in the mix. So.
Again, this movie was never released in North America for sale. But black and white flashback. What truth have you for us today?
Whoosh. I'm trying to fight, Tokomon. You can't be on my back while I'm trying to fight.
God damn it, we need something to fight for.
Well, we have something to fight for. Our own survival in the digital world.
Requiem from fun. Yes, and with his heart, his liver, and his gonads, we will be victorious. And here they fly overhead and dive bomb.
Whoosh.
Down they come, the swarm of locust guys converge and then they choke us.
Total eradication.
You mean to tell me that I am actually not cool with this?
I don't know why Magnamon doesn't want Omnimon to go check in with the Yggdrasil. I think it's because the monster that's hiding in front of Yggdrasil is going to tip him off.
Hashtag Final Elysium.
So remember how Dukemon died?
Laser cannon death.
Oh no, Dukemon didn't die from the laser cannon. He died from being impaled. This is Gallantmon X.
From the data space.
Yeah, somehow he came back. He comes back from death with a goddamn X antibody, and yeah, he solves this problem.
Hey guys, don't worry. I just downloaded an exact digital copy of myself. Yay! I had another guy.
Sorry, it's just Doru Greymon. Okay.
I have come back from the dead in order to... Oh no, I'm dead again.
But I want to stay with you. You're the primary protagonist.
I'm trying to remember. Has Dora Greymon actually, like, hashtag Royal Save, has Dora Greymon actually done anything cool yet?
He took down a couple of the Dex Doru Greymon. I mean his Digi. See, look at this shit, man. They were unable to deal any significant damage to these guys, and now Gallantmon X has the ability to just laser through them.
Well, yeah, because if it's 9:30 at night and you're out of bug spray, would somebody please plug in the goddamn bug zapper?
They do that shot multiple times in this movie too.
It's I mean, I don't know how much money this movie could have expected to make if it never had a North American release. So they probably decided...
If it had actually been localized, it would have... If it had been localized, it probably would have made its money back. It still wouldn't have done well, though.
No, it wouldn't have.
Specifically because the VPET expansion that this is actually based on did not come out here. This is the start. This is effectively the start of the Digimon franchise being Japan exclusive for a full 10 years, which pisses me off.
We must find out the truth of who you really are. Because you've already gone through 2 transformations. You are due a 3rd transformation.
He is due a 3rd. We've not seen his mega form yet, after all.
I, Dukamon, do not know. It is I, Dukamon. I, Dukamon, am enough to hold them here. Should I, Dukamon, fall?
Okay, I will grant that his speech impediment is funny, but it's supposed to be it's supposed to be noble, you know.
Well, I mean, he could be using the royal we more often. I think that would have been a good.
The problem is he doesn't consider himself multiple entities or important enough to be, you know, of that kind of caliber.
Right, which is more reserved for the king. Quickly, through the
can you do a
vortex.
quick list off? Can you do a quick list off of the rest of the Arthurian knights' names? Because I can only ever remember Lancelot and Mordred.
I'm sorry, the Knights of the Round Table?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was Sir Robin, Sir Galahad the Pure, Sir Launcelot, Sir not appearing in this film, and King Arthur.
Sir not appearing in this film is not an Arthurian knight, but Sir Galahad. I think that Sir Galahad is supposed to be a Dukemon. Oh, cool! I made it.
I am the architect. You are the eventuality of an anomaly. Before you lies two doors. The one leads to the path of your self-actualization. The other leads back to the matrix and the destruction of your ego. The choice is yours. No, a lot of mention of Yggdrasil, but we haven't actually seen him on screen yet.
We'll get to see Yggdrasil, I promise.
He is the most frequently mentioned character in the story. Even I, Dukamon, cannot overtalk Yggdrasil.
I think actually War Greymon is mentioned more times than Yggdrasil is.
Even I, Dukamon, am not mentioned as much as War Greymon.
Ouch! Hey, I didn't become instantly deleted. So, Omnimon has officially said, fuck Yggdrasil, I want answers.
I killed this man. These are the reasons why I killed him. They are as follows. How conceited.
A terrible monster, Omnimon. Well, two terrible monsters, but at least one of them. But thankfully, we get to kill both of them. So.
Oh, bad things happens when Omnimon brandishes his sword. Well, here we go again.
It's an interesting principle, Omnimon, but you're 2 Digivolution levels stronger than I am, which means that you've effectively got the power of 4 nukes ahead of me. Plus, you cut off my wings. Now I can't fly anywhere. And my tail!
If you're not the one I'm supposed to beat up, who is it? You send him to me. I'm drunk.
That line I don't think is properly translated. It's supposed to be for. I think that line is supposed to be foreshadowing what's about to happen, but
Yeah,
it's not. It's not very well translated.
I was going to say also on the subject of translation that this is, I mean, it is rather wordy. I feel like it would be a little, if it was just a little bit more concise. But that's a thing that happens in translations a lot.
For our future, life is just that beautiful. That happened 2 minutes ago, guys.
Should
We don't need to flashback to it.
Dukamon, come back in flashback. Make sure you do the right thing. Greymon do good.
Yeah. Well, Doru Greymon do Digivolve, so
It is the collapse of the core construct.
well, not the core construct, the area around the core construct.
Annihilation beam.
Not quite. This is technically a reference to the Light of Digivolution, which we got to explore quite a bit in the Digimon Tamer season. And so the 13th and final member of the Royal Knights has appeared. At least according to his view screen.
Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da.
Behold King Arthur himself, Alphamon.
Yeah. Were you expecting Yggdrasil? No, I am Alphamon. Here to tell you the secret of this whole fucking movie. Yes.
So, off to Lord Yggdrasil we go. We have some monsters to slay.
Alphamon, nobody gives a fuck what it is you wanted to know how to do. We just met you.
Well, no, he's still Dorumon for the record. He still actually has all of his personality and memories from being Dorumon intact.
Again, that's my fault for arriving this with a level of ignorance. I am losing track of who the personalities are transferring to the new forms because everybody's been evolving throughout the movie.
No, they haven't. Dorumon is the only one in this movie to go through Digivolution. Unless you count at the very, very end. And even then, that's technically a form change, not a Digivolution. Which is stupid. I mean, we're our own faction. Can't we actually have our own commands?
Just as I, Dukamon, would have done.
Well, yeah, Magnamon is the uncorruptible zealot, unfortunately. Omnimon was the uncorruptible zealot, and then mass extinction via monster cannibalism came into play, and he's like, "No, that's too far for me. I'm gone."
I've decided that I am just that lousy. Order.
And yet you still decide to not do anything, Magnamon. You aren't a researcher. You have effectively the power of Mega Level Digimon. You could have at least fought Alphamon.
Warning.
Not Omnimon, but you could have fought Alphamon.
I'm afraid it is too late. Soon the porn bots will be downloaded to each of these flying dragons and give them powers of super system seizure.
Yeah. I don't like having a fight against super systems either. Also, yes, the digital world is fracturing because Omnimon and Alphamon decided to go and confront Yggdrasil.
Fate of the world time. All right. Time to show us who you really are, mister.
No, we're not going to see Yggdrasil yet. Meet Dexmon.
It is I, Dexmon. I'm not quite the guy you thought I was going to be, but that's okay. He's coming.
Now, Dexmon doesn't technically have his... although Dexmon is his unofficial name, he does actually have an official name. I just don't remember what the fuck it is. So for this movie explicitly, we refer to him as Dexmon. Also, he is more powerful than Omnimon, some fucking how.
Hashtag digitalize of soul. Thank you, translation.
Digitize of soul.
Digitize it. Soul digitization. Digimon. Digital monsters turning you into sound bites.
I hope you like that appearance of Dexmon because we're about to see him again.
The borders between worlds is finally shattering.
Well, it's not the borders between worlds. It's the physical realm of the digital world is being consumed by Dex Doru Greymon, and the expansion of the X virus. Don't blow up the temple. That's our napping space.
Man. Well, I hope our younger audience hasn't gotten too attached to this world because they're about to see it frigging molder before their very eyes.
Yep. Yes, this tiny glass orb in this room is Yggdrasil.
Show yourself, mister! Please.
Because otherwise they couldn't kill you, Omnimon.
Because in a world of battle and war and Digimon, there are so many questions. Or maybe he was dead the whole time.
Yeah, how did he do that?
We're here.
If we actually have view screen availability for Yggdrasil, then this should have tipped off Omnimon a while ago. So yeah, this incarnation of the digital world has been fragmented and mostly destroyed.
Very apocalyptic. Very dark.
It is now just pieces of land floating in the void, waiting for complete deletion.
When everything becomes nothing.
So, Dukemon is damn near dead.
And the whole world is turning into the nothingness
And
from which it came.
we are left with one island left of the digital forest.
Come on. Come on out. We want to see your face, finally. And you better not just be another character that says, I am non-Yggdrasilmon. Bet you weren't expecting me, fools.
I don't understand how he has these guys on backup, because he supposedly sent out a majority of his Dex Dogreymon out for the extinction event, but apparently he still has guys here. Hey Dexmon, you have returned.
So again, more henchmen, but where is Yggdrasil?
No, we saw Yggdrasil. He's the small glass orb in the center of the room.
Ah. Well, I thought he was inside the glass orb at the center of the room.
No, he is the small old glass orb in the center of the room. That is the digital world's core processor.
So why were they expecting a glass orb at the center of the room to start talking and answering questions?
Because it has will. Now, Magnamon specifically has been talking to Yggdrasil the entire movie, so...
Well, of course, it is thanks to other characters that we know what Yggdrasil was saying and what he wanted, because the character himself refused to say a goddamn thing.
Yep.
So that's how it is.
Whoosh! Activate Boomerang Blade!
Alphamon, nobody cares.
Hey, I cares. Alphamon's kind of cool.
He was only
and
in the
he
movie
uses this in order to fall on top of Yggdrasil.
10 minutes. That's how long he was in the movie before they killed him off. 10 freaking minutes.
Yes, very literally 10 minutes.
Number of minutes in movie, 10. Number of fucks given when killed off, 0.
No, I totally forgot that what I qualified as as the second good fight in the movie was effectively 3 minutes long. I'm sorry.
All right. You know, that's just the thing with these limited budget productions is the fights are very expensive. Very, very expensive.
They are very expensive. I still actually say that the first big fight between Metal Garurumon, Wargreymon, and Omnimon is honestly worth watching. But, yeah. That was also only a minute and a half. And so our final form change for the movie, Omnimon X. He is slimmer, has much beefier arms, and comes with an all-new signature attack. Hi, Dorumon.
He got bigger.
I think he got slightly bigger, like maybe a foot taller. I'm not entirely sure.
Hashtag control all delete.
And so Omnimon has successfully slain Yggdrasil, thus deleting the entire digital world.
Yay. See, we got a happy ending after all.
No, we did not.
Fuck this planet and all of its inhabitants.
But we're getting a happy ending because after Yggdrasil is defeated, well,
Kirby.
Well, not Kirby, but you didn't see all of Tamers, did you?
In the beginning, there were two knights with red flowing capes. They touched
Gallantmon
boners,
X and Omnimon X.
and they created all of planet Earth.
Well, actually, the digital world was effectively reconstituted thanks to the off screen to the Digi Elves, but that is a thing that is only technically explained in Digimon Tamers. So
The world is a complex face. I mean, the world is a complex place. You really should think long and hard before you try fixing it.
yeah, that bothers me because Yggdrasil is the core processing unit of the digital world. So how the fuck did it not have the ability to reformat the digital world without mass extermination? The desperation to live.
Yes, it's called the survival drive.
Specifically, this Dorumon and this Tokomon. They can live happily in this empty world.
As long as we have cute things, there's still something to live for. The end.
Yay! Tokomon is so adorable. And even rookie form Dorumon is actually pretty cute.
Rookie form. Yay.
Yay!
There's laughter.
Now we get our happy ending.
And Japanese credits.
Here's a bunch of Japanese names that were not translated in the subtitles. I hope you all enjoyed this movie. I enjoy the fuck out of this movie, and it's mostly because it's very pretty. Yes, I know I'm one of the assholes that thinks that Avatar, rather James Cameron's Avatar, is a pretty shit movie simply because, oh, here, they actually did translate some of these Japanese names. Haha. But because it's all flash and very little substance / it's Pocahontas. But I don't know. I think the love, the nostalgia I have for this movie, how pretty the CGI honestly is, and the fact that I actually relate to, not relate, but have nostalgia for a large portion of the characters in here, as well as, you know. But yeah, I enjoy this movie.
Now available on PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube.
Yes, the video game that is a promotional tie-in to this movie. It has literally nothing to do with this movie. I want to do that game for the channel, but it's also like 10 to 20 hours long, and I don't know if we can actually sit through all that. This has been us commentating over Digital Monster X Evolution, a movie that doesn't technically exist.
Nope.
What did you think of it, Mr. Cloud?
I thought it was definitely a bit of a romp, a gas, if you will. Something a little different. And, yeah, it kind of felt like almost like a parent coming in to watch Pokemon the first movie. And we all know how our parents went through Pokemon the first movie. They almost didn't.
Yeah. And, look, Pokemon the first movie has its qualities. It certainly does. It is also not an actual good movie, but unlike Pokemon the third movie. Matter of fact, I might pick out a Pokemon the third movie as our next one. But
a movie is shorthand for a motion picture. A story. A story has a plot,
I actually like the story in Pokemon the first movie.
Setting.
It's not a great story, but it's good. It's enjoyable.
Right, but here's what makes a story good versus a story not being good. A story being good means you go through the thing from start to finish, and you have all the information you need in order to come to a conclusion about what happened. A not-so-good story includes not only extraneous plot elements, but also assumes that information is present even though it is never presented.
This movie does suffer from that quite a bit. Like, the entire backstory of the Royal Knights is just straight up fucking missing.
Or that the drops of forced exposition were pretty ham-headed, and it absolutely derailed some fight sequences. 2 of them, as I recall. 2 of them got marred by forced exposition. But that's okay, though, because the other elements, like some good old-fashioned CGI and voice acting, especially cute little puffballs that are reminiscent of Igglybuff, will keep you coming back to this one, apparently.
Well, at least it keeps me coming back.
And others. Haha.
Well, if they know it exists. So, this has been us commentating over Digital Monster X Evolution. Join us next time on Rocket Rabbit Movie Commentaries, where Cloud gets to pick out the next movie. I think he's already picked it out, technically, or at least he keeps foreshadowing that.
I keep coming up with ideas. We're not doing the Matrix. We're definitely
okay.
we are not doing the Matrix, because if you need us to explain to you why the Matrix is good, then you lack confidence in authoritative voices.
All right. And with that, be safe, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everyone.